can remember that they're changing my voice. This video is about how the rich whites, the rich Jews, the rich LGBT people who wanted me to be persecuted, who didn't stand with me, failed miserably. It's about Morgan Hill, California. So they thought that if they made it so there's dirt on my car, I have one black tire, they financially sabotaged me, it would somehow work in their favor. Now obviously that's stupid, because the most famous symbol of Christ is Christ on the cross. And that is the most powerful symbol in the West, not the symbol of some rich person, not King Arthur or King Richard or some mythology. It is Christ on the cross, and everyone knows that white people in the West have privilege. And that the prophets in the Bible go on and on about how the rich aren't doing the right thing, right? The officials are wolves, they're roaring lions, the rulers, what have you. How they're pursuing unjust gain and acting like Jezebel. So as I'm going through this town, as I give a lot of my speeches in this town, you can imagine that it's a very simple town. It's a quiet town. There's vineyards here. We'll get to that at the end of this video. You know, the kind of richer people that live here, at least. I won't put any pictures of the vineyards. There's no point. There's just a lot of regular looking houses and apartments. Some look nicer. But if you think about the type of people you'd expect to live in those places, you'd basically be right. Okay, there's a lot of whites and Jews and crypto Jews and token minorities, and they're very kind of simple people. They chose to live in a boring small town, you know, maybe 40, 50,000 people, because they're pretty boring, right? Everyone in this town, every race, every sexual orientation, except for me, is basically boring. No offense to anybody, this has to be said. Now, you might ask, well, why don't you go to other cities? I did. I have many videos in Gilroy, which is a bit more of an exciting city than Morgan Hill, but it has its problems, has worse crime. There's problems. It's a trade-off. I did quite a few videos in San Jose, one of the most populated cities in the whole country. I'm here in California. These cities have a certain flow of traffic. People driving through, taking Monterey or 101 or whatever, they get off the freeway, they get off Monterey, what have you, and they go to these places. So people who come through here are from other places as well. And I'm not that much more likely to win people over in San Francisco or Oakland or Santa Cruz than right here in Morgan Hill. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how this video is this city is a boring small town. Only a dumbass would want Christ persecuted, especially here. Who are they trying to impress? The boring rich people that are more boring than Sabrina the Teenage Witch was back in the day? More boring than Cheers, the TV show Good Times, the Cosbys? Boring people. Very lame, unimpressive people. Maybe it's the few rockers that live here that they think that I should be trying to impress. Most of the attractive females here are married, or, you know, they have a boyfriend, and basically all of them are told what to do by various organizations, cults, groups. A lot of people are gay washed. There's a lot of liberals started moving into the downtown area. You know, a lot of Democrats, a lot of LGBT people, what have you. There's a lot of frat-like people here. There's a lot of kind of people in pickup trucks, you know, maybe farmer types, poorer craftsmen, what have you. So as you can imagine, it's stupid to persecute me. Now think about these. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the pictures on the screen that show you the rich areas. These areas, a lot of people live here. They're like, where's that? Because you don't quite notice them. Maybe they're up a hill somewhere. Maybe, you know, they're right by a park or something in a place that you go, oh yeah, that place, or you don't really know where it is. So they have some kind of fancy name, and you're like, where's that? And it says, oh, the median house price there is $2.7 million. Those people who live there are fairly boring people. They're a boring person in a Mercedes or a Range Rover or BMW or whatever. Okay? There's really nobody here to impress. And those people who live in those richer houses, they're in cults. They're in social clubs. They're the type of people that the general public look down on because they have their ill-gotten gains, what the Bible says is unjust gains. So I'm supposed to try to impress some gold-digging chick and her unfair husband with their unjust gains? That's stupid, right? Or some cowboy, no offense to anybody, but the facts have to be said. Or somebody working at Taco Bell or McDonald's, or, again, I'm not some rich snob. I describe myself as a poor person right now. But it's retarded to try to impress Simpsons and Jetsons and everyday people. When they see the dirt on my car, no one cares. When they see they have one black tire, they don't care until they see the bumper stickers or they know that I'm targeted, and they say, why did those assholes target the most righteous and most handsome person in the fucking town? That's what they think. They don't think, hey, he's a loser. They think the people targeting him are fucking pathetic. And the people who won't man up like I'm manning up are pathetic. I don't see any bumper stickers in this town that show anybody manning up but me ever, anywhere. They don't put a lamp on a stand. They don't stand firm for what's right. They're just pushovers. Breeding pushovers. And so you might say, that's harsh. But the truth hurts, it has to be said. They're persecuting me and trying to play me out, which is costing everybody, including the people in this town who won't stand with me, which is like everybody. Except for me, obviously, and my parents are blameless. They're costing the entire world to the extreme. Just so a bunch of racist gays, racist whites, racist Jews can act like complete sissies. Token minorities can pretend that they're doing something. I don't think people understand the situation here. And people doing this have no sense whatsoever. They've proven definitively that rich people are all bitches, not a single wise person among them, not a single person with insider sense, just folly, just false idols, just dumbasses. And they got together, they put their heads together in large organizations and how fucking pathetic that is. 40, 50,000 people in this town. Not a single one of them has a low opinion of me. Thousands of them have a low opinion of the bitch-ass motherfuckers who are persecuting me. And when they see the bumper sticker says on the top martial arts and the sabotage top martial arts is ideal, they believe it. They see the bumper sticker says righteousness is greater than wealth, they believe it. They believed it in the Superman cartoon and movies. They believed in the devil and Daniel Mouse. They believed it with Luke Skywalker. They believed it again and again. They believed it when people said gold diggers ain't shit. They believed that. They believed the phrase rich bitch. They believed it. Corporate oppressor. Kleptocratic class. They believed all that. They don't believe the bitch-ass motherfuckers who are trying to make a fool of me, but they do believe I'm above every rich bitch that ever lived, all the rich people put together that were, there are, there ever will be. They believe that. I'm the top martial arts manning up. There's some tail-tucked rich pussy with no significant power. One of 50 million plus millionaires and billionaires on the planet. A dime a dozen rich bitch. So they hack my phone and they film me so much that sometimes it blurs the lens, and I always have to clean off the lens. How many of you have to clean off your iPhone or smartphone lens all the time? Okay, it's crazy, right? And so, when you see the pictures on the screen, notice these are the types of homes that a brain surgeon's son should live in, right? So the median there, okay, in some of these cases, like, 2.4 million. In some of these cases, it starts at 2.7 million. The house I grew up in, they remodeled a little bit, but it's now worth $5 million over there in Saratoga. $5 million. Twice as expensive as these homes. There were so many racist people in the government, in the San Jose area, that they wanted my family to live on a ranch. So they fumed us heavily there, and it caused my mom to be very sick. Okay? And they might explain it differently because the government is on, is pressing them. But it caused my family to move out into unincorporated Morgan Hill. I don't know what you people think, but here in America, black people don't have that much worldly power. Okay? They're soul brothers, not, world worm brothers, right? And so, over the years, they assimilated more and more, unfortunately, into the world. But I haven't. And my parents are blameless. My mom is white. My father is black. So when the government cracked down on us, there was really nothing in terms of, some kind of rich bitch strings that, could be pulled, right? Nothing can be done in that regard. And so we end up on this ranch, and they convinced my father to at one point buy 40 horses. So they wanted me to be very unpopular in town. My little Richie rich bitches, little token minority punks, pretended to be important. We're thugs who were in social clubs and secret society families, pretend to be important. And boy, when you look at the timeline, they look fucking stupid. As much as what they've done is pure evil and wrong, and I don't approve of it, one of the things they did was they pulled the rug from under people. People have been exposed as complete idiots. Their paths is so stupid. While I was pulling people in the right direction, insisting that people do the right thing, people were insisting that people conform. And now their testosterone levels are low, and now they're gender neutral. Now they look gay and defeated. No offense to the LGBT community, but these are facts. Some became MAGA fans like idiots. Some became party line towing Democrats, fools. Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, they look so dumb. Some kept along with their churches, their failed churches, mosques, and synagogues that let them down, and nowadays they let them down more. Well, I'm 10 toes down. When you look at this situation, are these rich people who live in these fancy houses? Are they looking good? No. They look like they were extremely complicit in ripping everyone off. Even the theme of the homes is the theme of somebody who rips other people off. It's that arrogant theme, like a 5-star hotel. It's that arrogance. It's that unbelievable arrogance. That shamelessness. That narcissism, that hedonism, that materialism. There's no way to be a deep person and to be rich. It can't be done. And if you're not going to be deep, you're wasting your life. One of the major differences between the Son of God and the devil, Horus and Set, so to speak, is that the devil is shallow. And when you're shallow, you're fucking stupid.